2026 is geared up to be an incredible year for Pokemon with the 30th anniversary coming and Ascended Heroes right on the horizon, along with whatever else comes next year. We are geared for the hype of Pokemon to explode, probably bigger than it already has in the last couple of years, probably bigger than ever at this point. We're getting to new peaks every year with Pokemon. It seems at this point, and 2026 is really going to be something special for the hobby. But that being said, before we get into today's video, I want to give you all a quick credibility check. I have been collecting for 16 years at this point, investing for 4 years after I sold off my childhood collection to begin anew, and since then I have accrued over $30,000 in value from my collection just from investing and buying cards that I thought were gonna go up, products I thought were gonna go up, and all that stuff. So that's my credibility check. Let's get into today's video. Now, Surging Sparks, I think, is probably one of the most obvious heavy hitters for next year, and one of them being, this set really just has incredible art. I think that's the most obvious telltale sign that this set is going to see an uprise in 2026. We've already seen a little bit of a jump starting in mid-November-ish. So right around 2.5 to 3 weeks ago, we've seen it go from 233, from 219 actually, went all the way down to 219, slowly start to creep its way back up. We're at 251 right now. These sales have all come from the TCG player store credit sale thing that's happening right now. So these are, there's usually 30 or so boxes, maybe 20 or so boxes on average bought per day, but this number is inflated because of people trying to take advantage of the 10% store credit you get for every purchase, which only happens once a year on TCG Player. If we take a look at the recent sales, we're staying very consistent with 250 being the majority of the last 5 sales here. I really do think that this is going to continue to trend upwards, not because, that's what we've seen so far, but I think that with the hype of Ascended Heroes and then other sets that come out in the early window of 2026, I think that the love for Pokemon overall will start to increase more than it ever has. And when that happens, historically we've seen other sets from previous eras, and sets that are usually beloved as well. I think Surging Sparks is one of those sets that has gotten a lot of love in the Scarlet and Violet era. And if you even look at the illustration rares, I mean, we've got the cast form is really nice, the Vivillon is really nice, the Ceruledge is really nice, the Larvesta, the Feebas, the Spheal, the Latios, the Phampi, the Mesprit, the Clobopus. I mean, the Skarmory is really cool too. And then of course you have the SIRs that everyone loves, the Milotic, the Pikachu, the Latias, the Hydreigon. I mean, like, this set ticks a lot of boxes. It does. I guess you could say it ticks all of them, considering Pikachu's in the set. And one of the top 3 Pokemon out there is Pikachu in terms of popularity. So if it ticks one of the top 3 in popularity, then I think it'll tick all the boxes as far as artwork and all that stuff goes. So Surging Sparks is definitely one that ticks all the boxes, and this set will be very good to hold long term. Next up, we've got Destined Rivals. Obviously, this set is really, really good. We saw a high of 467 for this box, or 492 actually. It got all the way up to right around $500 a booster box, which is really insane, especially for how new this set is. We really have never seen a booster box that new climb to such heights post-release that quickly. It's usually post-release we see a decline in price for booster boxes, like right around here is where the decline probably happened. and then all of a sudden, a month later, it reaches 500, and that speaks volumes to how good of a set Destined Rivals is. The art is incredible. It ticks the popularity box with Mewtwo, and Garchomp, Cynthia as well, Team Rocket. All of the boxes are checked with this one. It's also nostalgic because a lot of people who collected in the past with Team Rocket returns and all that stuff, it ticks the nostalgia box as well. So this, I don't really need to explain further why Destined Rivals is still a good buy right now, despite being over $400. It just ticks all the boxes. Next up, we've got Paldea Evolved. Of course, I keep hammering home the Paldea Evolved propaganda. I have been pushing this propaganda since last year. It's been a year at this point, I believe, since I made that video about why you should be investing in Paldea Evolved. The box was $142 when I made that video, and now it's just about 400. I know it was almost 500 at some point, but it looks to be in September is when it reached that point. But yeah, this will go back up. This only happened because of the market correction that happened. It will go back up, rest assured. I have full confidence in Paldea Evolved. I always have. And this set is just, there's so many good things about this set. The ARs are what hits home the most with this set, obviously, with the Magikarp and the Tyranitar and the Raichu. These are Pokemon that hit home with a lot of people. Maybe not everybody, of course. It doesn't tick the popular Pokemon box. But Magikarp, Raichu, and Tyranitar are somebody's favorite Pokemon, right? So, and especially since, you know, how crazy of a card the Magikarp is, being in the low 200s, 180s around this time last year, and then it exploded to 400 or something. Like, this set is still one of the top investments of the Scarlet and Violet era. I still believe that. I believed it last year around this time when it was $142 a box, and I said you should be buying this right now. I don't know how many people listened to me when I said that, but if you did, congratulations. It paid off. But we're gonna take a little bit of a step back, actually. About 4 years in the past, Chilling Reign. Now, you may think that this is like a window missed kind of investment, right? Especially since the box is also feeling the effects of the market correction. Like, I get it. Like, Chilling Reign is still one of the top sets in the Sword and Shield era. It's really up there with Evolving Skies. It's really up there with Lost Origin. It's really up there with all of those sets. And I knew that I had to keep a box of this sealed when I bought one for like $90 4 years ago. I knew I had to hold it, and it has paid off big time. My investment saw a crazy spike. And it added to the portfolio nicely. I did the same thing with Evolving Skies. Obviously, I have a sealed booster box of Evolving Skies. I bought that box for $140 4 years ago, and now it's over $2,000. So, a lot of the Sword and Shield era sets were really good investments, and I still think Chilling Reign is a good buy, mainly because of how much it's came down. Now's the time to get this box if you want to. If you want to invest in Sword and Shield and you need somewhere to start, Chilling Reign is where you should start. This set is the most affordable of the top sets of the Sword and Shield era, and it has some really, really good artwork. It has the Galarian Articuno, Galarian Rapidash, Galarian Moltres. It has all those alt arts that are incredible. The art is amazing on them, and you should absolutely invest in Chilling Reign if you have the money. If you have $450 to invest into a booster box, I think that Chilling Reign is still a really good buy right now, being down over $100 in the last couple months. This is definitely a good buy right now. Lastly, Journey Together. It's still very, very cheap at $220 something a box. This is still gonna go down. We're seeing sales under 220. This may even get to 200. I still think the Journey Together is a really good long-term play, and the fact that it is as cheap as it is right now, this should be a screaming buy. If you are serious about investing, you should get Journey Together. I'm not saying this because, I want to be edgy and say something that not a lot of people are going to agree with. I just think personally that Journey Together has the artwork, the character recognition, and obviously is probably the most popular human character in Pokemon. It has Iono, has Lily, it has all these crazy Pokemon, and popular trainers that people care about, and I don't think that it will do poorly long term. I do think that if you are serious about investing, you should buy Journey Together. This is without a question. I just cannot express how good of a buy this is right now. You should be taking advantage of this. The way that Paldea evolved was $142 a box this time last year. You should be taking advantage of how cheap Journey Together is right now. Because if we fast forward a year from now and this box is close to $400 or something, you will regret not buying it at almost its lowest low. Well, almost as low its low of 190 is low its low. You could get this box for 220, and someone has already bought one for 217. So this box is a screaming buy, just right out the gate. It's a buy. You should be buying this if you want a serious investment. Journey Together, I know a lot of people hate on it. Not sure why. It's a great set. It has a lot of great artwork. But if you're serious about collecting, you should buy this box. Yeah. That's going to do it for me. Those are my 5 picks for best sets to invest in before 2026. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're going to be investing in any of these sets that I talked about today. It maybe not be a booster box, maybe it's an ETB, booster bundle, whatever it may be. Even the singles as well. Let me know. But this is Poke Price Watch, and I will see you in the next